guys, it's Dawn from Let's Make a Mess today. How are you doing? So I was asked by somebody, once they saw this magazine journal that I created, they wanted to know how I did it. And unfortunately, while I was flipping through, I noticed that this one has some issues. There were some pages coming out of it. And so I think I know what I did wrong. Basically, this is two magazines put together. And first of all, in the center where the magazines are put together, I kept the back sheets of the magazine, making that very thick. And also, I did not take out any of the pages of the magazine. I just left them in here. And so I think it's caused a lot of stress on the binding here. So I've learned not to do that. And then the other thing is there needs to be, and I put absolutely no extra, go on, Gray. No extra, go on, honey. Reinforcement right here. You can see it right there. There's a great spot right there. Just got your name all over it. So I'm going to take the lessons that I learned in this one, and we're going to make another one today. But let me grab this really quick because I think I'm going to use this. I think I'm just going to go ahead and just use this today. Okay. So basically, I found two of the exact same kind of magazines. They don't have to be the exact same, but they do have to be the exact same size for obvious reasons, right? So I took two of the same magazines, and this time I went through and I tore out a bunch of, like 10 sheets of paper each. And not only did I pull out pages carefully, I mean, I did leave there's some spots in here where you're going to see, you know, there's rough, but that's okay. But what you can see, it feels lighter. And like when you go to add paper, glue, paint, it's going to be able to withstand it more because it's not going to be so stressed and so full, right? So what I did this time, that I did not do last time, was on one of the magazines, I tore off the back cover, right? And on the other magazine, I tore off the front cover so that I can glue them together, and it's not so heavy in the middle. So I think that's going to make a major difference. So yeah, so I just went through every few pages and I tore something out that I didn't, want in there like that, So yeah. I also think that I used the exact same version, I guess, or edition, if you will, of a magazine. And maybe I'm going to do that again here, but maybe that's not a great idea because you get a lot of the same images and stuff. So if you can, try to get two separate editions. That would be a good idea, but I don't care because I usually paint over them or glue over them. And honestly, I don't care. I just tried to tear out some of the pages that were, different in each book, but I probably didn't do that so well either. But, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the back of this magazine to the front of this magazine. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use two kinds of glue. I'm going to use tacky glue for one glue, and I'm going to use a glue gun with an ATC gun. Now, if you don't have this, you don't have to have this. Don't worry about it. But what I would do is use another kind of glue. So instead of just tacky glue, use glue stick and tacky glue. So, I mean, I might even use three. I think it was Jenny Belly has a way of using 2 or 3 different kinds of glues when she's gluing something that's important. I haven't used this in a while, so I hope it. Oh yeah, it still has some. It's still loaded. Boy, when I first started this, I thought I got to get me one of those guns. And then when I got this gun, I'm like, how the hell do you? Sorry about that. How the heck do you? How in the world? Listen to Gracie, she's over there and then something. How do you load it? I had to watch a video to learn how to load this thing. I'm not kidding you guys. It's like, you have to be a rocket scientist. It's worse than me. It's worse than, it is worse. See, look at that. And it broke. Okay, well, we're done with that one. Thank God we got one whole page done. And I'm going to go ahead and add some glue stick, I think. Why not? Because this one's almost done, and let's just be done with it. So yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, it's worse than threading a bobbin, right? So yeah, that's no fun. So anyway, I hear somebody outside, so I'm going to try to... What's that mess? I'll have to cut that off later. Okay, this one's done. I'm not going to save it. You guys, I've got so much glue right now. I'm just not going to save it. And I'm going to add a little bit more to this side over here. I've got a lot of glue. I definitely have enough glue to last me a while. So, yeah. And I do actually like this for stuff like this because it's so sticky. It is really sticky. I'm going to save that up here. Maybe for the edge. Alright, so then let's just line it up. So what you want to do is, actually I need some of this. I'm just going to add a little bit here and there. Not a lot. Just it doesn't need to be much. Love Aleene's, right? You gotta love Aleene's. You can count on Aleene's, that's for sure. If you want to glue something and you don't want to worry about it, you can just use Aleene's tacky glue for show. So yeah, my daughter was here today. I hope you were able to watch the video to meet her. It was one of my vlogs. Yeah, so I'm gonna stand. You have to stand up in order to line these up. Like anything else, if you want it to be lined up, you have to stand up and then pray. Yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good. Pretty darn good. Okay, so let's find that middle. It's right here. It's easy to find. It's all. I'm just kind of rubbing around with them. Not going to be too precious about it. There we go. And who cares if it's a little lumpy, right? We don't care. This is a glue book. It's a magazine. It would end up in the trash somewhere, right? So we're not gonna freak out. So I think that this is gonna be a better one than my last one though. And if not, we're gonna learn together and we'll do another one. So there's that. That's kind of just, you know, you could go set it on, you know, you could, if you wanted to, if you had some time, you could go set it down underneath something heavy for a while, whatever. Now what I'm going to do, which I didn't do before, is I'm going to reinforce it. And I do have some electrical tape and I have some duct tape, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this, painter's tape, because it's like right here. I have it. So why not use it, right? So I'm going to use this painter's tape right here. And I always, especially under washi tape, I always use glue under washi tape. Trust me. I mean, I know it says it's tape, but it's really just decorative, and it's not supposed to be tape. So when you use it for packaging, you might want to just be careful and don't trust it like you would a good, you know, any other tape. So, there. Let's just go ahead and stick this on there like so. I'm just going to tear it. And this is going to get covered up with always kind of start at the middle of something and then work your way out when you're gluing or taping. For some reason it works out better that way. There we go. Oh, I have a feeling this is going to be a good book. And I hope that you don't get, you know, I guess my best piece of advice, like as if I'm like the queen of advice, because that's, yeah, that's how I am, right? Not. But just because I think from experience, the best thing to do when you're facing a project, and I try to do this, and I try to do it myself, is just do it. Just do it. Don't freak out. It's just paper, it's just glue, it's just paint. It's not going to be the end of the world if it doesn't work. So get in there and get dirty. Make a mess. Who cares? Just go do it. So, okay. There, so I think this is just about ready for some scrap paper now. So So what I did was I love this right here. This is, who makes this? Is this Recollections? DCWV, whatever that is. I'm going to have to wash my hands before we move on, though, because I don't want to. But anyway, I like it because it's really thin, lightweight paper. It's like almost like copy paper. I mean, really. But I love that because it makes it so easy for me to work with it. It's pliable. So yeah, so it doesn't tell you what it is. Well, it's acid free, 180 sheets, 12 by 12 printed, but it doesn't say if there's a pound on it or whatever. I mean, I would say 0 pounds. No, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, so any kind of lightweight paper. You don't want to try to put cardstock on here because then you have to fold it around here and then you're going to get those creases. It's just not going to, it's going to be hard. So now, instead of this though, I am going to go ahead and use a glue stick and lots of it because it won't, you know, buckle. I went ahead and I selected this, this fabric. Looks like fabric, it's not. Fabric Dork. Okay, so that this lacy looking thing, and so I just cut a couple of the 12 by 12s out of that pack. So yeah, just cut them down. This happened to be like, and I don't even care if it's like perfectly lined up again, because I mean we can do Jenny Belly edges on this. I mean, we can even add lace, we can add some borders, you know, we can just do whatever we want. So nothing has to be perfect. So, and that's the best part of all this. Nothing has to be perfect. And then I'll talk about the inside and how we'll even make that even more secure in a minute. Because I plan on really securing that up, and I'll, as I use it though, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So yeah, so here we go. So just goop, 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 a lot, not a big deal. Just goop, goop, goop. Just really get it on there good. Don't be afraid. Glue is cheap. Glue is cheap. So there we go. Again, you might want to stand up and put it on the, there we go. You know, if you get some over the edge, that's great. You can leave, actually you should leave it over, that way you can, that's perfect. I'm just going to let that be right there. You can cut it, you know, and then you take your cloth and you just push it pretty good with whatever your strength is, you know, whatever you've got is good enough. Not a big deal. Alright, so sitting back down, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. Now I'm going to add a whole bunch more to this and that. There we go. So anyway, today my daughter was here for a while. Oh my god, it was so great. I really, really enjoyed that. I really, really did. And then we were on our phone and we were looking at the weather. We were looking at the weather up in Oregon, where I'm originally from, and oh my god, talk about hot. It was over the 100 in Portland, right? I don't know. I think. I mean, she was looking at the right thing, so I was like, oh my gosh, they're dying up there, because not too many people have. I mean, they have air in the newer houses, but not the older houses like I lived in. So, yeah, that's a hot day for Portland. You know, but thankfully there's not too many. But what I worry about when it's so hot like that up there is the trees and the fire hazard. That scares me. So I don't like that at all. So there's the first piece. Just gonna burnish it down. There's that fancy word again. Burnish. Such a fancy word. My word, that's fancy. Fancy word. So then we'll just do the other thing, and then we're going to come around and it's going to have like a line here, and I don't care. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. No drama. It's just a little added extra reinforcement, that's all. Right? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use up some more glue. So yeah, she came, and then I gave her her laptop. I got it all set up for her, and um, yeah. And then she went to see her dad. And I guess he's got kidney stones, so he was in the ER this week. I didn't even know it. He never tells anybody anything. And his mother was the same exact way. That woman had breast cancer to the point where she was, I don't want to gross you out, but she was very sick and did not tell anybody. And then, you know, and I used to go and get her and take her to Denny's like every other Friday on my other Fridays off, because she wouldn't leave the house. She was just kind of just very unsocial woman. And I just said, no, you're going. I took her to a boat ride in Ventura Harbor with me. She enjoyed it. You know, once you can get her out. And I just wouldn't say no. I wouldn't tell her I was coming. I'd just show up and say, Joanne, grab your purse. We're going. You know, and then pretty soon she got to the point where she enjoyed going out with me on Fridays. You know, she loved it. And so I took her and we'd go to Kmart. And, you know, she'd pick up a few things. And then, well, she didn't tell me she was that sick until the very end. And it was awful. And she said, you know, I'm 85 years old. I thought that I dodged this bullet. That's what she said. But she may have if she would have told somebody what was going on sooner. She never mentioned it a word to me. But she did ask me, she said one time, she said, Dawn, she said, if you thought something was wrong and you thought it was really bad, would you want to go to the doctor and know, or would you just not want to know? And I said, well, Joanne, I said, it's always better to know, you know? And she just said, yeah, I suppose, or something like that. You know, I said, is there something wrong? Because I was going to take her to this women's clinic. I thought maybe she had like a urinary tract infection or something. You know, I didn't think cancer. It didn't even dawn on me. Because she was an 80-pound woman ever since I met her, you know. She was tiny, tiny, tiny. You know, so there was no telltale sign. So, anyway, and she had a great, the woman could eat me out of house and home. I mean, she had a wonderful appetite, and there's just no telltale sign. So anyway, yeah, so how did I get on that story? I don't remember, but Lauren's, her dad was in the hospital. He's just like her. He's got this big black spot on his nose. He's had it for months. And I said, when are you going to have that checked? When are you going to have that checked? Well, he's not, you know. Now, this would have been smart had this one been actually in the back. This is actually in the front. I could have made it in the back if I would have done this one first and then this one. But that's okay, because I just plan on adding something like, I'm going to add this to the front. Just to add a little something, something. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, yeah, that was that. So she said, so then I get a text from my daughter after she leaves her, and she goes sees her dad, and he tells her, you know, about the kidney stone. And then she said, Mom, Dad scares me, because we know his mom. We know what her grandma was like. And I said, I know, honey, I know. You know, he's got to just, I wish he wouldn't do that. I don't know why he doesn't. He's, you know, this is not cutting right, and it's not going to be very pretty. There. So we'll fix it. That was awful. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna use some. Remember, guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's make a mess today. We are not about that at all. We're just having some fun. Should we just go a little? Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we go? I kind of like this though, but it's upside down. Do we like it like this with all that brown? I think we kind of do. Okay, so let me just I'll show you. Let's get some ink here. So I hope that this is helping you do one of these journals. And see, I was going to do this anyway, so no big deal. Like, no big deal. We don't need no stinking perfection. I hate perfection. Nothing's perfect. Nothing and nobody's perfect, and I'm the perfect example. Right, guys? Right. So let's just leave it at that. Okay. Let's just go ahead and glue this on. So, anyhow, So yeah, she's probably back up in Santa Barbara today. She loves it up there, you guys. She really does. I mean, she is beyond happy. I mean, she's having a real hard time in this math class because math is not her strong suit. So yeah, that's not a good thing. But you know, life is hard. You know. Well, then that's life, right? I wonder if I should wrap around a little bit. You think I should? I think I will. No, I don't want to because then, yeah, I do. I just changed my mind. We're gonna wrap it around a little bit. We're gonna do this. Just a little pinch. There we go. Why not? Yeah. Yeah, see? That's fine. Oh, but I need more. Oh, I want more glue. Sorry. Can you see that? Let's add more glue to this thing. Waste not, want not, guys. That's what I always say. Waste not, want not. You'd be surprised how much more you can get out of here if you just dig. Dig a little bit. There we go. So tomorrow I'm going to hike with some friends. I need it really bad. Got to get back into walking more. There's nothing like a good hike if you can do it, you know. It was crazy. I made her, since I cleaned my room today, or my space over there, I'll try to get more organized. She's, and here she comes the other way, but I think she's going to have an easier place to find to lay down over there. She might stay out of our hair a little bit more, but I mean, I know I don't mind her, and I certainly know you don't either. I just, you know, even today I showed my daughter one of my videos, and she sat and watched Gracie the whole time. I was like, hey, well, look at me. She's like, hi guys, it's Dawn. I'm back. Gracie's back too, as you can see. The video shut down. I was able to catch it. Come on, sweetheart, let's go over here. There's plenty of space for you right there now. So just hang out right there. So anyway, yeah, so she's loving it. Life's a struggle. I don't care who you are or where you are. It's not easy. This is not an easy life. But okay. And that's why we have this hobby, because it's relatively inexpensive. We meet a lot of nice people, and we're able to just make cool stuff. All right, so there's that. I'm not gonna do much with the cover today. We'll do that another time. We'll just, you know, that'll be another video. Just wanted to do a little something. Might add some actual lace to it at some point, because I think that'd be pretty, right? Just, yeah, but not today. Not today. Okay, so here's the dealio. So what you want to do, and I'm going to do it to the front and the back right now, though, is I'm going to go ahead and add some, grab some glue. Imagine that. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of this to this. And just to toughen this up. That's the front and the back. I hope this painter tape stays, you know? I don't even know, but I think it should with all the, with the glue. So we're just gonna leave that there. Finish that in. Okay. If not, that'll be a lesson learned. Okay. I'll do the other side back here. Okay. Now, all you magazine makers, and if you have any suggestions and advice, please comment. Let us know. We are all ears. Yeah, I think masking tape would be better. Next time I'll use masking tape. But this is all I have right now, so this is what we're going to use. And again, I think it might be okay with that. And if not, well, then we'll take it off and put masking tape on it another time. Not a big deal. Not trying to freak out. there's that. So, and you know, hey chickie, guess who that's from? So you know, yeah. Now, what we will do is like when it comes time for us to make a page, let's say today we want to do a page. This is actually the back page, so I would probably, I wonder if I should tape this up with that because it is the middle. I think I will. Since it's the middle one, I'm going to do the exact same thing and I'm not going to worry about all that. Okay. So go ahead and reinforce the pages that you glued together. Keep on, try to stay in the camera for you. Yeah, I'm trying to use what I have, so I know that this is probably not the best choice right here. It's blue and, you know, you'll just have to do a dark gesso or something on this page. Beige, a beige paint, glue. I'm sorry, tape would be much better, as such as a masking tape, but I don't care. Seriously, I don't. So there we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. This is the middle. And it's probably gonna be more like a glue book than anything, so just make it work. Make it work, people. You know what Tim Gunn used to always say? I liked that show for a while. My daughter liked it when she was like in the 8th grade. I don't know. So let's get that over there. That's good. So basically that's it. And so as you use, I wouldn't do it right out the gate, but as you're going to use the book, see, that's not bad. That just actually feels really tight. So I'm actually very happy with that. Now I would give it some time to dry before you actually use the book. And you can reinforce it with more lace, material, whatever you want to do. But so there is your glue, or you know, your glue magazine, and that's a great thing. And so what I would do is, if I'm using it, I like how flat they lay, right? So anybody want to come to Oktoberfest or Avocado Festival in October? Okay, so let's see. Let's try to find. I know the first pages they tore out really cleanly, really nice. And then as I got farther back, not so much. Why is that sticky? Okay, got it. Doers, believers, thinkers, dreamers. Nice dog. Isn't she cute? I love her hair. She's nervy. Oh, 93013. I didn't know that was the zip code there. That's awesome. The Nugget. I don't know where that is. I think my girlfriend used to work there or something. Maybe, maybe not. Some carpentry. I think she did actually. Okay. So I'm actually trying to look at that. It's pretty, nice and lacy. Great face. Okay, so like right here. So you know, you don't want to dig too deep in there, but if they come out pretty easy, that's good. So let's just say it's been a few days and this is dry, and I want to do a page on here. So what I would do is I would not use the blue tape again. I use that kind of just on the securing pages, you know. But if I was going to do a page, let's say I was going to do a page. What I would do is, you know, figure out what your page is going to be, and then, let's get some of this, and then I would, not going to hurt to do this, guys. Pick out a washi tape or a masking tape, you know what I mean? So if you're going to paint, use masking tape. But I would still, even with masking tape, I'd probably glue it down just because it's gonna get in that crack, and it's just gonna help with the binding. It's not going anywhere once you do this, right? So I would do that, and then I would go ahead and I'm gonna find some washi tape now. Oh, I've gone through a lot of glue today, huh? Already. So I'm over at my new little area that's all organized. I'm loving. I think I organized it for what? 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, $27. So, and I'm done. That's it for a while. I'm not doing any more because I shouldn't even have done that, to be quite honest with you. I should not even have done that, but I was into it. I'm going to go ahead and use, which one do I want to use? Let's use a pink, or this one, because, no, let's use this one. It doesn't really matter. I'm not really doing a page, but I'm going to go ahead and use, oh, there's purple too. Let's use this. This goes good. Okay. So yeah, so then just washi tape it down. You know? And there you go. Page has been reinforced. It's not probably going to go anywhere. These two pages are going to hold each other together. And then if you do that throughout the book, wherever you're going to make a page, a glue page or anything, your pages aren't going to come out of there. That's in there because it's connected to this now. And then this one will be the same way. You see what I'm saying? That's not going anywhere. So I hope that this is a better journal, art journal, than the other one that I did, because I have to tell you, this was I was very disappointed when this did this, you know? So, but I'm going to fix it. I know what I'm going to do. I just, you know, and so if you have that, maybe we'll fix it online and I'll show you what I plan on doing, you know, because that was just really, I'm going to, ooh, look at my new paper. Oh. Oh, you guys, you know what this is? This is the gel pen that Tracy sent me. And look at it, writes perfectly on black paint. Tracy, thank you. I can't wait to finish these girls off. That's another thing. That's another thing. Okay. So yeah, this was a real bummer. So I hope, I might even, you know what I might even do is just washi tape these back in. Yeah, I might just do that, just to leave them in this book, and just be done with it, because that's it. That's, you know, I like the book, and there's quite a few things in it. It's kind of full, and, you know, maybe I can just do a random one off here and there, you know, I think I will. I think I'm going to fix this book and just, yeah, and add a few more things to it, because I really did enjoy this book. So, yeah, it just needs, obviously, it needs help. So, we'll fix it up. That'll be something that we do together as well. So, if you have a book that needs fixing, hang on to it, and let's do it together. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is going to be a nice book to work with. I can tell already. It feels better. It feels a lot better. So, I'm going to go ahead and let it, I'm going to go put it under a dictionary and let it just get all, you know. Hang on, let me fix this part. I can fix that. I got something. We got something to fix that. I probably will end up going through and doing some more something in here. So yeah, that needs to glue that down. All's good. And then if it comes up again, we'll do it again until we win, because we will. We will win. We will win that fight, Buck. I do think I'm going to go ahead and put in probably a piece of lace or something over it to reinforce that whole thing. I have plenty, and it's just, I think it would just give it a little something extra. Okay, so there you have it. That's how you put two magazines together. So just remember, you want to take the back cover off of one, the front cover off the other. You want to rip out a bunch of pages. You want to reinforce the front and back, and you also want to reinforce where you glued them together. And you want to use a couple of different glues while you're at it. So I hope that, and then when you go to use the book, you want to go ahead and you know, reinforce that page. Hi guys, I was just about ready to close and I realized, you know what, I need to tell you something really quick that's kind of important. What I would do is I would probably, so that you don't have to look at this blue, is I would glue these two together. Okay? So that blue would then be out of the picture, who cares? And do the same for the back. Glue this as well, glue that to this piece, and then do the same to the center. Just glue these together, and then it's a no-brainer for the, I'll just go ahead and do this one. It's a no-brainer now. We don't have to look at the ugly blue tape. It's done. It's a done deal. So let's just glue these together. Just use a little bit of paper, this kind of glue. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, and that way, that ugly blue tape is just not a problem. So just glue that together and be done with it. So there you go. So do that on all of the places where we used the masking tape or the and then because what you're going to want to do anyway is I would glue that together too. What you're going to want, I'm going to go ahead and do it. What you're going to want to do anyway is before you use this as a glue book, you're going to want to glue 2 pages together. Anyway, I almost forgot to tell you that, so I thought, oh my gosh. So I kind of cut off the end of the other video abruptly, if you noticed, and charged it up a little bit, and now I came back so to go ahead and glue this down so that you could see that that's what you're going to need to do. So like for instance on this page, you glue these 2 together, and then you use this, you know what I mean? So once you reinforce here, glue them together, and that reinforcement isn't going to matter. So I'll show you. So I tried to match that washi tape earlier. Well, that was kind of silly because it really isn't going to matter. Like right here, it's not going to matter because I'm going to glue those together. And then you can use this. So there you go. So I would just deal with that. And then you don't even, and then on these 2, you don't even have to put washi tape because you're going to have these, and then it's going to be glued together. So I hope that makes sense, you guys. So there, yeah, this is going to be a cool book. It's going to really, I think this is going to stand up to the test of time. But, we'll test it and we'll see. But I think it's going to be pretty cool. So there you go. So just remember, go ahead and glue these pages that we enforced together so you'll have like a pretty thick center anyway. Boy, thank goodness. And that's going to be okay because at least thank goodness we didn't leave the cover on there. So there you go. So there, it's going to, you have a lot of room to fill up in there now. All right, guys, so now I will close. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.